Hello, welcome to Afterthoughts. I'd like to show you the things that I've collected in the last week, but seeing how this is my first Afterthoughts video, this is actually 2 weeks, and I've spent $34 on Hot Wheels in the last 2 weeks, which I feel, what is that, like $15, $16, $17 a week? And I no longer go out of my way to hunt. I hunt along my daily things. I don't want to spend a bunch of extra gas money. I don't want to have to bend over backwards to look what I'm looking for. So now I hunt out of convenience and also on a budget. So there are at least 40 places that I look for Hot Wheels near where I live. And I probably looked 10 times last week, on the way home and then running errands and stuff on the weekends. That's about it. I'd also like to discuss some of the really cool stuff that I saw this week. You can look in my 2 previous videos. This is a new channel, so check those videos out. I found some pullbacks, really cool looking. I'm thinking the pullbacks would be excellent for modifying, on a regular Hot Wheels. You pop the rivets and do wheel swaps, paint them, do whatever you want, buy parts for them. But they look like they have a lot of detail and stuff, plus they have opening parts like hoods and doors, and they have really detailed engines. And they're only $688, which is pretty impressive because, like a premium is like, what, $650, $627? So it's kind of like you get a much bigger car for the same money with more detail and just as good of a quality of paint. So that was kind of my big surprise because I think I've seen all the ones that are out right now. And you can look at in my Peg Finds video for this and see all the ones I found. And then one of my highlights this week was I found a D case sealed. And I've never found a sealed mainline case. And I was the first one to it. Now, I admit I was shaking a little bit because I thought I was going to get a super treasure hunt for sure. But it didn't have the previous case's super treasure hunt, and it didn't have the D case's super treasure hunt. There was no super treasure hunt in there. But I did find the regular treasure hunt, which I'll take any day. That's a very pretty car. And I do have a small collection of treasure hunts. I really like collecting them, and I'm really into purples and blues lately for some reason. I don't know why. When I build my own cars, I like to paint them blues. So that's probably part of it. And I'm looking for the current mystery polybag mystery cars. You can see I have the BMW. These things are really hard to get. This is a really pretty car too. And I have the, what is that, a SL? Something like that, 53 or something. I know these have gull wing doors in real life. They're really pretty. But the Lancer keeps evading me. I don't know how many times I've been to a Walmart and I get all excited because people put the stuff back. A lot of Hot Wheels people take care of their stuff, as you know. They don't make a mess. They put all their stuff back. And I'll look where they're supposed to be. I found mainly this one's the one that's always left behind. But the BMW and the Lancer are always gone. But I get excited. I'm like, oh my God, there's one on the top shelf. And I pull it down and it's been opened. Usually the only way I can get every one of these is if I can find some of those mystery boxes that haven't been cracked. Which it has happened. You just have to look every time you're near them. And I did pass on the Maisto Lamborghini with the opening scissor doors. I thought it was pretty cool, but it has too deep of a, not bright red, but almost a blood red, and you can't even see the glitter very much in it. It's a really cool one, but when you look at the windshield, there's 2 pegs where they mold the windshield to, and I thought, well, I'm not 100% happy with it. the way it comes out of the box, and I don't really want to modify one of those. And then the other one they had was a GTR, and the GTR looked really eye-catching, but it was just all black, 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 black wheels, black paint, too dark to see inside it. And I thought, man, you're not even gonna be able to tell what that is on a shelf from 3 feet away. So I passed on that one too, but those were two really cool cars that I was excited to find. And they had the High Ace van as well. And my highlight of the week, which I thought I was going to have to buy this because I was never going to find it. I actually found one, but now I got to find another one for my friend. And that is part of the Boulevard series with all the other ones. The Celica is all really easy to find. The Anglia Racer is easy to find. I actually found freshly pegged. Every one of these was on the shelf. The Porsche 935, it was just too dark red, kind of like the Maisto Lamborghini. It was so dark, it just didn't look right. The what are they called? The Porsche where they have like $3, $2 or $3. I think they're $3. It's a 935, and it's nice blue. That's on the shelves right now, and it's really bright and eye-peeling. It looks better than the Boulevard Premium. So I was really excited to find this Accord. We're gonna open up a lot of these cars here in a minute. I did find all of these Mini Coopers out of this series. There's the one on the back, which also the really old one, the box van, I found that as a candy car. I think it was Junior Mints is the livery on that. But the reason I was excited to find this one is because I had a used version of this one that somebody painted, and it has very good interior details. And I thought this one would be perfect for like a wheel swap, and then like paint the interior, possibly paint. I do kind of like that color because it kind of matches the blues I was telling you about that I paint my cars. But I could live with that blue and a wheel swap and then paint the interior. That would be really cool. And out of all the cars on there, this would be the one to get where you could detail it the most. So I was really excited to get that one. And then I got the Lincoln Continental in black. You know, it's one of those cars that I would wish they would come out with in a different color, but sometimes you snooze, you lose. They might not come back out with this for a long time, or it might be the very next case where they come out with a different color. But I think it looks very presidential in black, and it makes a really nice addition to a car collection. And I remember when I was a kid, I used to go on these really long walks. I was always outside. And one of my neighbors had one of these really rusty under their carport. It was like in the 90s. And I thought it was so cool. And that's when I learned that they had the suicide doors because of where the door handles are. The rear doors open suicide style. And then this one I was really excited to find because I could have sworn the previous one I had in brown was an error. But I think I'm wrong. See how clear that is? You can see clean through it. And the roof isn't painted. It's just got this, from the cowl to the spare tire, it's just got this clear roof on it. And I thought, the pillars aren't painted, the roof's not painted. This isn't the way they are in real life. So when another one came out, I thought, ooh, it's painted, but actually it's not. The roof is just foggy, so you can't see through it. But it looks to be like it's the same thing. So it's just a really kind of odd way to do that. And I found the Hot Wagons. And the reason these are special is because the bottoms are metal. So it's like almost a premium because it doesn't have rubber wheels. So it'd be a really good one to modify, save a few dollars, get this one, because they still come with really nice paint. Um, I cannot find the Bluebird wagon, but I know where there's a mainline Bluebird wagon. But I have the Volvo 850 Estate already, and it has a metal bottom. So, and there's a dog looking out the window in the, I think in the Volvo. No, it might be in this one. There's a little dog looking out the window. So I'm gonna have to paint him brown when I modify this one, and I'm gonna put rubber tires on it. That'll be really cool. Just don't rush me on it. I kind of get a hair up my butt sometimes and do them when I feel like it, but it's just really cool that it's an in-between premium. It's a complete premium except for the wheels are plastic like a mainline. And then this, I cannot find these gold Civics anywhere in stores. And this one is ultra hot. Those have kind of cooled off. Both of these have kind of cooled off. I'm starting to see them for sale for like $5 on eBay. But I got all three of these for $20. Only one of them is mine. The other two are my friends. But I was super disappointed in mine because it has a chunk out of the hood, out of the sunroof area. So I might just put this in with my error cars because the whole point of getting this was the gold paint. If I'm going to repair that, I'm going to mess up the paint. So I guess it was just slightly badly molded around the sunroof area, and I can put it in with my error and mistake, you know, whatever cars. And they're really cool because it has the front and rear tampo on both of these, which they're actually the same car. I just now realized that. But it's really cool that they're finally coming down in price. And I still got a chance of finding one of these in the wild because they're now putting them in the 8-packs. And there's a really beautiful Porsche that I want in the 8-pack. But I'm waiting for it to be, you know, all together in one pack. And I've already shown you the treasure hunt. The following cars were all from the diecast 2024, the treasure hunt. I was super excited to find the little red wagon, the Little Red Express, whatever they call it, Little Red Express. Yeah, it's an old Dodge car. I think they made them in like '78. And the reason I was super excited to find this one is because I had the little blue Express. It's actually a Little Red Express. It says the Little Red Express on the bottom. It's got an L date. L year is 2018. But I was like, why would they make a Little Red Express in blue? I don't think they made them in blue in real life. I'll have to check. But, you know, I had this one for a while, and I was like, maybe someday they'll make a red one, or I'll bump into a red one. And sure enough, D-case. So I'm happy about that one. And then D-case again. 73 Honda Civic Custom. Really love the colors on these. Kind of getting into collecting all the Civics. And I believe the Accord, I think this is the very first casting they've made of a Honda Accord, I think. I am pretty sure because I could not find any anywhere. So you know that's going to come to mainline. They always share back and forth. It's got a really cool cage in it. We'll see it when I open them. But this thing is so cool in yellow. I love it. And then GT Scorcher. There's been so many colors on this, and color either makes or breaks this car. And I have been into blues and purples, like I mentioned earlier. This one just really hits it off. And I'm thinking I have another GT Scorcher that I can swap windows and do some other stuff. This might end up being something I build. Windows, wheels, I like the paint that's on it already. This one's an Ice Charger. I don't think there's much to say about this one. It's a Dodge Charger, I think from Fast and Furious. And I don't remember what it did because I haven't seen all those movies. That's one of those movies I try to watch. There's so many of them, and they kind of get to be It gets to be annoying sometimes, but this is going to go in with all my Fast and Furious cars, and you can see there's bullet holes all over the fender. That's kind of cool. And then I think they're trying to start a new livery with these police paint scheme cars, because I bought the Civic with the police logo on it for my friend, but I keep seeing these. What was the last one? Mad Manga. Mad Manga comes in a really cool graphite gray now, and it has the Tokyo Police or whatever on it. But I'm not sold on that livery. I mean, it's kind of like now they're trying to start HK. I do collect the Falcon cars. I don't want to start collecting cars just because of the paint scheme. It's just another way to get us to buy more of the same casting. So I'm real careful which ones I do that with. Here's another example. K&N, Borla. That's another one. I've seen the Borla cars. But I really like off-road trucks. And this is blue, so it's ripe for customizing. I'm going to have to go budget in some off-road tires off of eBay or Amazon so I can do a rubber wheel custom on this one, because this one wouldn't require any paint. And then I can swap windshields and interiors with the other ones I own. So really excited about that one. I don't know if I'll erase the K&N livery on the side of that one. This one, 67 C10. I swear they made this one in green and black with a different livery, but I don't remember. This is actually an art car. So I really like the way this one looks. Yeah, just buying them because of their paint. And it's got a really cool keep drawing. Hot Wheels art cars. You can see a little bit of the tampos messed up on the back, but this is the very first diecast I've even seen in my city. And I picked out all the cars I wanted. I have a hit list. I almost got them all. My goal is to not buy a whole bunch of cars in 2024, but to have a very small hit list and get them all. Got to do this on a budget this year. And the R33 Godzilla. I hope they keep up these Godzilla themed cars, because they're really cool, and I don't know why. Here's the first one. And again, people probably sell these. I don't know. I'm not a scalper. I'm a collector, and I like opening my stuff. So this one is the 32, I think. Yeah, R32. So now I have both Godzillas, and it has good rear tampo. Front tampo, leaves something to be desired, but now I got the 33 to go with it. I kind of like the 32's colors better, which they make another one with these same colors but without Godzilla. It's a fantasy car that keeps tripping me up. It's got the same blue and the same slashes on it. I see it all the time when I'm hunting, and I'm like, ooh, a Godzilla, and it's not a Godzilla. And I got two of these Civic EGs. One is for my friend who collects Civics. And I think I might have an EG, but I couldn't remember if this was... no, it can't be a new casting, because it doesn't say new casting on there. But I don't remember this one in my collection. That's why I bought it. Sometimes I'll take a risk. Once in a while, end up buying something I already had. That's why it's very important to look at your cars, you know? Like, don't just rat hole them away somewhere. But let's open some of these cars up. Let's open all of them except the ones that were for my friend, and the treasure hunt I'm not going to open. I'll show you guys my collectible to me. A lot of people say, oh, those aren't worth nothing, but certain cars I don't want to open. Treasure hunt, super treasure hunts, errors, blemish cars. I was thinking about taking my custom, the ones that I build, and putting them back in the package, but I just like holding them so much and looking at them and the weight. There's just something tactile about that that I really enjoy. And oh, speaking of Afterthoughts, they're supposed to do another gold one of these. Not a Civic. I can't remember what it is. They're doing another gold car. Everyone's like, oh my god, it's a treasure hunt. I mean, these cars are that good. I'm so glad that they're saturating the market with these, because I can't stand it when I want a car and then the prices rise like crazy. I mean, it's a main line. Make them available. I can understand treasure hunts and super treasure hunts, but, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not willing to get up at 6 a.m. every day to look for those cars. So I just have to be patient, you know? I'm kind of glad that I can't have all the cars I want, because it makes it so the hunt never ends. If you could have all the cars you wanted all at once, there'd be no reason to hunt. And it's fun. You find so many different things. But let's get down and open some of these cars. I'm gonna open my favorite one first. The one I didn't think I was ever gonna get. Man, that's sharp. See the cage it has in it? Such a good looking car. It's slammed though. It's kind of weird to see a slammed Civic. Especially that body style. Metal bottom. I like the I don't know, stamped on exhaust. That's kind of cool. Man, I didn't think I could get that one. Mini Cooper. Yeah, I think that's perfect for modifying. Well, I guess I'll have to paint on the rear lights. Paint the frame. Detail up the interior. Love it. Continental. Ooh, that lights up good on the white background. This one could use some detailing on the front, but I don't think I'll modify this one, even though I do like the white interior. The white interior is pretty good. Nice stance. Godzilla. This one's kind of plain out of the package. I mean, you look at it from this way, that's a lot of white. It'd be very plain without the tampo. It's got the little R emblem, and I think that's the cylinder lock. Oh, GTR on a license plate, got an exhaust. I don't think I'd modify this one. This will just go in the collection. A little hard to see in the interior, but art car. If this wasn't 2 weeks worth of Hot Wheels, this would go a lot faster. So if you're hanging on to this point, give this video a like. When I do this again, it won't be so long. 2 weeks worth of cars is quite a bit. Keep drawing, dudes. Tubbed. Ooh, it's like a dark chrome. I don't know what the number 3 means. It's either E or 3. I don't know. One of those. Red wheels. I don't know. Oh, because all the art cars have crazy colored wheels, I think. The K&N Jeep. One I want to modify. I think if I modify this, I might save the wheels. Well, I always save my wheels, but I think those wheels would be pretty sharp on another car. Paint the bumpers and stuff. Paint the running lights. K&N. K&N. Adds like another 100 horsepower with a K&N filter. It's probably sucking the hot air under the hood like most of them do. Oh, it's got little fans molded in the back. That's pretty cool. Can't really see into the interior because it's got these window nets, but I like it a lot. Ice charger. See all the bullet holes in it? Got an RT on the side, some kind of stuff. No tampo, no tampo. Kind of looks like Barracuda or something on the front. Pretty cool though, pretty cool. Definitely tell it's a Charger. Little Hot Wheels logo. Police car, RX-7. Not sure what year. It doesn't say. It's got to be an 80s one though. That would be really hard to detail the rear end on that. There's so much paint on there. It's kind of like that Miata that's out right now. The green Miata, which also comes in black. It's got the open top with the roll cage. There's so much paint on it. Everyone's like, oh, it needs more detail, but I kind of think the molding on that Miata is not detailed enough to paint. This one's really good looking. I don't know if these are new wheels. I don't think they are. I like that they're gold. This one actually looks pretty good. Little Red Express. Dodge and Hot Wheels. It has a really nice clear coat. This would be a good one to look at outside because it has a ton of metal flake. I kind of think these should have been silver, the smokestacks. The exhaust, I guess it's exhaust on this. I don't think it was a diesel in real life. Really cool pinstriping. Pinstriping looks really good on this color. Now that I'm looking at it, the fender is a lot lighter than the bed. And you can see in between the hips and the rail on the bed, they kind of missed some paint. Must be a hard area to paint. Yep, that side's like that too. It has the same wheels as the RX-7. Oh, and they painted the door handles. That's pretty cool for a mainline to have that kind of attention to detail. Civic. Man, that thing's just sharp. I think this is the same one that came in orange and green. And it had little taped on X's on the headlights. I'll have to look. I think it's the same one. You got fog lights down there. I was going to say, I don't know what that says, but that's the vents to bring in fresh air. It looks like Motul, Bridgestone, Honda. Man, that's a good looking car. I like that one. I had to look a little longer at that one. GT Scorcher. The colors on this. Black and purple. It's losing paint. All these paint colors coming off. Black and purple. See, it's got purple interior. That'd be a good one to modify. Change the window color and paint the engine. Paint the interior. I think that's exhaust right there. I'm not sure though. Do a wheel swap. No, because there's your exhaust. It's clear on the back. Really cool car. I think those are the headlights. EG. Egg. It's got headlight tampo, turn signal tampo, but the orange is barely showing through. We could pretend it has taillight tampo because it's red. It looks like, oh, chipped right out of the box. The spoiler's chipped too. I'll have to touch that up. That's a bummer. Don't you hate it when you buy a really cool car and it's got a chip on it? Just fresh out of the package, man. If you know what that says, comment down below. I'm really curious what that says. I bet it says Honda. I think these wheels are called lace. If I modified this one, I would cut open the side windows or make it look like they're rolled down. Just cut it to the bottom. That way you could see the interior. And then now that we know it's chipped, this would be a good one to strip all the paint off of and modify too. The Range Rover. Now we get to see if the roof is supposed to be painted or not. And it is not. It really is just foggy. You can see clean through it. There is no paint whatsoever on the top, which I believe it goes black around the top and then the pillars because it's a Defender. I know the new Defenders. Ooh, cool Tampo on the back. I know the Defenders, they have that glass bubble top, whatever they call it, where the rails right here have windows on them. Front and rear Tampo. I really do like Hot Wheels. A Nova wagon. Really heavy. Metal bottom. This would be a tough one to modify axle tubes if someone was to modify it. It's got rear glass. Tail lights. Really pretty green. Should make an outdoor video. Take outside all of the cars that have beautiful hidden paint jobs. That'd be, oh dang, front tampos. These are like $3. That's what I was saying. They're like premiums, but with plastic wheels. These are really nice. I wish Hot Wheels would continue to do this. And I think the wheels are new. A new style. Those look like Porsche wheels. New style for this year, I think. I've seen a couple that look like they have new wheels. And then GTO wagon. The reason I thought this was really cool is because it's a two-door. I first passed on this one, and then I realized it was a two-door when I saw somebody else's video, and I was like, dang, I should have got that. And it was hard to find one where the white stripes weren't messed up. I had to look at a couple before I picked out the best one. But there's a little doggy hanging out the back. Looks like there's one dog in there. This is cool. I really like the matte colors with the white scallops and accents. Got a little bit of space right in between there. And in between there, but I can live with it. It's metal on metal. Very nice car. And again, it would be hard to make an axle tube to fit between there and then put the original axles back into it. So if I modify this one, I would just paint the interior, but I don't think I will modify this one. I'm very happy with these. Metal bottom, metal top for $3. Really cool. And it's got a 2009 on the bottom and then the S code for this year. So it looks like it's an old mold. But I hope you guys liked the videos. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And let's do this again. I'll see you guys later. Bye.